plays a vital role in meeting global food demand. Livestock transport, from long-distance journeys between farms to grueling 300-hour trips, moving millions of animals across borders every year. Fascinating and complex process behind international stock transportation. The history of livestock transportation sees the trade of live animals has become an active and profitable industry. Let's uncover, particularly in the Baltic Sea region, has gone through several notable stages of development. Initially, livestock was transported by small boats across archipelagos. By the 17th century, ships from England to the New World colonies and carrying livestock as an important type of cargo. After the American Civil War, Texas longhorn cattle were herded to railheads in Kansas, although harsh transport conditions led to high mortality rates. For transport to Chicago, the revolutionized livestock transportation and greatly improving commercial efficiency, significantly reducing the need for long cattle drives. Meat processing hub of the time. By the late 19th century, the development of railroads and refrigeration technology is crucial to maintaining the animal's health and safety. When transporting live cattle on long journeys, ensuring adequate extended trips often leave cattle exhausted, dehydrated, and stressed, potentially leading to, before transport, cattle or fatalities. Therefore, strict protective measures must be implemented to minimize these risks. Undergo thorough health checks to ensure only healthy animals are allowed to travel comfortably without overcrowding. The truck's pens should be designed to provide space for the cattle to stand and lie livestock transportation of harmful gases. Ventilation systems are essential to maintain a cool temperature and animals comfortably and maintain an internal temperature below 30 degrees must adhere strictly to regulations to ensure animal welfare during transit. Vehicles must be spacious enough to accommodate feeding and resting the animals. Additionally, they must drive smoothly. Regularly check on the livestock. Celsius. Drivers play a critical role in this process, as they are responsible for knowing where to stop, ensure the animals receive adequate water, livestock carriers, food, and rest during the trip. Seaport for export. The cattle are transferred onto specialized. Upon arrival, the transfer from trucks to the is carried out using specialized cattle ramps. These have a gentle incline, sturdy guardrails, and non-slip flooring. Cattle are guided in small groups along pathways specifically to minimize stress. Once on board, they are assigned to based on size and gender to ensure safety during the sea voyage. Animals must have access to sufficient food, water, and bedding throughout the journey. Which can last several days. These ships are designed with multiple decks, advanced ventilation systems, and automated feeding systems. A large livestock carrier can accommodate between 2,000 and 20,000 animals depending on their size. 12 to 24 hours, but are given water to reduce stress and slipping risks. Before transport, cattle fast water. Clean water should always be available. During the journey, cattle must have access to adequate food. Dehydration and nutritious feed must promptly identifying signs of dehydration, illness, or exhaustion. Crew members should monitor the animal's health throughout, provided regularly according to a set schedule. Expedited delivery. These flights often utilize large cargo. Transporting cattle by air is a specialized method, typically used for high-value breeding cattle or in cases requirements such as the Boeing 747 freighter or others spent for transporting livestock. Adapted cargo aircraft, cattle crates, or live feed, livestock loaded onto the plane. Cattle are placed in special containers known as cabezas and anti-slip flooring. Each container typically 3 to 4 fully grown cattle, separated by partitions to prevent jostling during transfers. These containers are designed to fit the dimensions of the aircraft hold, with excellent ventilation. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes channel for more fascinating stories. Thanks for livestock air transport. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have you ever wondered? And we'll see you in the next video. Provide sustainable protein. Once just in massive farms, billions of mealworms or rainy insects could change the future of food. These little creatures are now leading a food revolution to valuable products every day. Mealworms, despite their name, aren't worms, but the larvae of. We're going to explore how mealworms are grown and processed. They start as tiny eggs, hatch into beetle, Tenebrio molitor. These adaptable creatures can thrive almost anywhere and eventually transform into adult beetles, backyards, farms, and even space. Mealworms have even been sent to the International Space Station to study how they survive in zero gravity. What makes mealworms truly special is their role as natural recyclers. They can eat organic waste like leaves, cardboard, and even styrofoam, breaking it down into nutrients that enrich the soil. Researchers are exploring how mealworms might help solve that more and more people are starting to farm them. Take decades to decompose. So, what makes these little guys so amazing? Plastic waste problem, as they can digest material. In mealworm farms, mealworms are as both bedding and food. These are substrate like bran or oats, which are kept in shallow trays or boxes to reduce their stress and keep them active. Are stacked in large racks and placed in cool, dark environments. Darkness is important because mealworms are naturally nocturnal and prefer low-light conditions. Mealworms are easy to matter, but they can also thrive on a simple vegan diet. This means they don't need much special care. They usually eat grains, plants, and dry environment to breed effectively. To breed mealworms with plenty of food. Mealworms require a mealworm beetle mate when the female lays eggs in a warm, dry environment. After mating, a female darkling beetle lays 700 eggs in a dark, moist place with larvae, which we need. It's important to provide straight like wheat bran or oats for them to lay their eggs. Food. These eggs hatch into creamy white worm larvae. The larvae grow to be about half an inch outer skin, called molting, 10 to 14 inch long, depending on their age. The shed stage can last anywhere from 6 to 300 days before turning into pupae, depending on the temperature. But generally, food is added daily or every 2 to 3 days to ensure the larvae into their trays. The feeding frequency depends on the number of larvae. Typically feed mealworm larvae by sprinkling. Always have enough nutrition. Usually, mealworm larvae will consume all the food in the tray, but over time, if there isn't enough fresh food, if there are no changes, some larvae farmers check regularly and replace the food to ensure a bit of leftover food. Therefore, and cleanliness of the farming environment. After about 2 to 3 months of farming, mealworm larvae can reach the sufficient for harvesting. An excellent food source for many animals, which is why they are highly favored by bird and reptile, and a great addition to any worm farm. In their larval, mealworms, though small, are incredibly beneficial. Packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, mealworms offer a nutritious meal for insect-eating birds, helping to keep them healthy. 2 main ways: drying or grinding. Mealworms are usually processed drying, freeze-drying, or using After harvesting, they are dried through methods like to preserve their nutrients and extend shelf life. Another way to distribute mealworms. They are mixed. They may be ground into powder, which is commonly used as a protein in pet food or treats. Type of pet food and then molded into mealworm bars. Mealworms may be small, but they're incredibly useful in ways. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more.